Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Utah Moses here to give you my Blu-ray review for the film 28 Days Later. So the story takes place in London, where some animal activist has accidentally let out a virus spreaded by a chimpanzee or ape or whatever, and they jump to 28 days later, where the virus has spread through all over London, and it jumps to a man in the hospital named Jim, who has realized that nobody is around, and they either evacuated or had turned into these zombies known as the Infected. And so him, along with a couple other survivors, try to find a way to get out of London. So 28 Days Later, in my opinion, I thought it was an alright movie. Not the best zombie movie or a great horror movie, but it was alright. The actors were very admirable. Cillian Murphy and Brendan Gleeson did a great job in their parts, and I liked Naomi Harris in it. And if you don't know who that actress is, she's going to be the new Bond girl in Skyfall. Now, my main problem about 28 Days Later is how it was filmed, because the quality picture of it is grainy, blurry, and very pasty in colors, and that's because it was filmed on a household camera. And that's sometimes what you get with indie horror movies, like 28 Days Later. As a matter of fact, I don't know if it is an indie horror movie, but I just wish that it was in better quality. So it doesn't matter if you get it on Blu-ray or DVD, because it'll still look like shit. Anyways, Danny Boyle is a fine director, I think, and my favorite film of his was Trainspotting, because the storytelling in that really reminds me of Clockwork Orange. And with 28 Days Later, they give a good explanation to how the virus works. If you get the blood inside your body in any way, then you'll become them within 10 or 20 seconds. And when that happens, you have no choice but to kill that person.
Mark?
Wait.
With Boyle, he likes to add different story elements or plot twists later on in the movie. Some good, while others is considered to be a giant middle finger to people, and he tries to add a political point to them while he's doing it. And when I first watched 28 Days Later, I kind of got bored, and I just stopped watching it when they got to the part where the survivors had made it to this army base. And don't get me wrong, the first part was good, but when they got to the second part to that, they almost turned things completely over for this movie, and didn't thought they considered the Infected to be much of a threat. So, overall, 28 Days Later is an alright horror movie, but it just isn't my cup of tea, just because what happens in the course of the movie, like, it didn't have much of an effect on me, or they didn't do a lot in it. Some other good things about it is the music score was great, and I liked how they made the setting of London look so deserted, but that's basically it. And to think that this is the movie that brought back the zombie subgenre for horror movies after that long period. So out of 5, I give it 3 out of 5 stars. So if you want to watch this, then go ahead, I won't judge you, whatever. So on to the special features. And we have commentary by Danny Boyle and screenwriter, deleted scenes and alternate endings, Pure Rage, the making of 28 Days Later, a Jackknife Lee music video, still photo galleries, animated storyboards, and a couple of trailers. So, the special features are decent. So, that's all I got to say. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Utah Moses, signing out.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah!